All right, we're back in the garage with the 1957 Chevy Bel Air. Bel Air. Did I say it again? Bel Air. Two-door hardtop. All right. I may not have all the features of a Bel Air. Even the dog likes it. Even Ruby likes it. Come here, Ruby. Do you like the Bel Air? Do you like the Bel Air? All right. She loves it. It's a Bel Air. I don't care what anybody says. Hey, don't be hitting the camera. Anyway, what I was going to tell you... Go lay down, weirdos. Anyway, what I was going to tell you is, today's day, we're going to start working on it. We are going to go over and make a list of everything we got to fix on it because we finally got parts in. I got everything to make this two-door 1957 Chevy Bel Air amazing. We got trim. We got rust repair. We got busted windows. Well, I didn't buy no windows. I don't know what I'm going to do with the windows, but we're going to start going over all this. We got holes. We got doors that don't line up. We got seats that are too tall that you can't even sit in it. For reference, I'm 5'10". I'm not very tall. If I'm sitting normal, my head is touching. So I gotta sit like this to drive it. Yeah. So, and then when you shut the door, the windows fall down. So I don't know. We gotta address all that. Let's get to it right now. All right, guys, in all seriousness, welcome back to the channel. We are gonna address everything wrong with the world's worst 1957 Chevy. So, let's jump right in. Like I was saying before, in the last video, the original video, I called it missing chrome. I know it's stainless steel, but I still call it chrome. I don't know. It's just how I am. My brain. It's chrome. So if I say chrome, you know what I'm talking about. I got all the stainless steel chrome that is missing. We got sheet metal for days, so I'm gonna fix all the rust. I got the chrome trim for the bottom, or stainless. I got the little corners. I got the little butt connection. I know they're not right for the car because this trunk's not the right one, but I do have the logo and the V, or the Chevy emblem, rather, and the V. So, we got all of it. We're going to start crushing this car and making it a little more presentable, a lot more roadworthy. I don't know how far we're going to take it, but we are going to take it somewhere. So, basically, I just don't know if I'm going to paint it. I don't know. It's a pretty big task to paint this car. So, and I don't have a paint booth anymore, so painting's kind of out of the question. But we are going to repair some rust, and we are going to hit some big ticket items that were on everybody's comment list. So I have created my own little list. So this is everything we got, and we have parts for it. So starting with the side, well, let's start with the front. The big elephant in the room, the timing. Yes, I was aware in the video that, the Will It Run and Drive video, I was aware that the timing was way out. I knew it was too advanced. I didn't mess with it because it did start up. I know it's probably not the greatest excuse, and it wasn't a good idea to do it this way, but I decided to drive it anyhow. It is what it is. I'm gonna go get a light so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it wasn't a great idea. Wasn't a great idea to drive it like that, but I did anyway. And I didn't really investigate it until this morning. I kind of just looked at it and I realized, oh man, am I stupid. Now, I could have, oh geez, I'm breaking everything. I could have just simply ignored this and then fixed the problem and then not told you guys. Just so that I don't get beat up on the comment section. But in full disclosure, I'm going to tell you the truth behind this. And you're going to make fun of me, so go ahead. So the timing issue could have been fixed right there in the parking lot in about 2 seconds, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, we have the distributor cap right there. I'm gonna get on the other side so you can see it. Now, if you guys don't know, basically how it works is you can loosen the bolt and you can advance the timing going counterclockwise and retard the timing going clockwise, in this case, in this 454 Chevy. And it's got too much timing in it. I know that, just the way it kind of slow starts. So it needs to be advanced. Well, here's the problem. There is no bolt holding this down. There's nothing. I could pull this distributor out. So see how it's loose? That's the problem. Now, I don't know that I could have fixed it right there in the parking lot, but I could have done something better to hold that in place. So I drove this sucker, and I've drove it around town a couple of times since then, and I really haven't investigated it. But I could have fixed the problem, you know, or at least made it better. So for those of you guys who don't remember, I'll put it back here. I mean, that's where it was, and that's where it kind of wants to free spin anyway every time you crank it. So I'm gonna put the dogs in the house so the exhaust fumes don't get them, and then I am gonna start this thing up so you can hear the difference. Okay, this thing puts out some obnoxious fumes, so that's why I didn't want the dogs out here. But anyway, listen to the difference. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Now, I haven't tried starting it at all. And I haven't tried starting it all in probably a week when I moved it back in the garage. So it might take a second to start up anyway, but you'll hear the difference in the starting right now. All right, so that's what everybody was referring to in the last video when it was slow cranking like that. They're like, oh my goodness gracious, the timing. So now I'm gonna retard it all the way that I can, just for a second, and we can adjust this a little better. So that's all the way that I can do against the firewall retarded, and I'll show you the difference. See the difference in how it turns over? Now I'll give it a little bit of gas and see if we can start it. So I retarded it too much, and now I just backed it down. Let's see what it sounds like now. Part of that problem is me and the key, so that's why it's messing up. The ignition switch is a little janky. So that's closer. And we will play with that here in a little bit. Now I gotta wait a second because I mean the fumes in this garage are horrible. I don't know what the deal is with that. Whew. I've had many hot rods in this garage and I've never had exhaust fumes quite like this one. So let me turn the fan on and we will let this fumigate for a second. But we're gonna get the timing tightened up real quick. Let me air out the garage. I'm gonna open up both doors and then we're gonna deal with the timing, and then we're gonna deal with some other things. All right, so I was letting the garage air out, and what I did is let me grab one of these lights, and as you can see, there is a nut on that bolt now, and I snugged it up, so I can still move it just a little bit, but it ain't gonna be easy, and it ain't gonna move on me. So I, like I said, I put a nut on there. I stole it off the 59 Chevy outside, so after a little bit I'll take this for a ride and we will see if everything's all right. But anyway, back to the list. The dreaded list of things we got to accomplish on this. Timing is in red. Need to do that right away. Excuse me, exhaust. Got to do that right away and lower the seats. Them were my 3 heavy hitters. The exhaust, I don't know. I got to find a shop around here that can make me some stuff because I don't have a exhaust bender. But the seats, there's plenty of room to move one down. Let me get another light again, because I have the worst lighting in this garage. So as you can see, I'm just gonna take, whack an inch out of this on each side and lower the seat down. As far as interior goes, I think I'm gonna just leave it alone for right now. I don't know, it's okay. It's nice. It doesn't belong in this car, but it's nice. I do need to do some trim on that back window because the headliner's just flopping around. Which brings me, if we're dealing with interior, that the temperature gauge don't work. Every time you open and shut the doors, the glass falls. This glass might go up right now, but see how it goes down? It only does like half, and then now it's all jacked up. So we got to fix all the glass, all the windows. The windshield, you can't really see it, but all that's just like scratched to beat all. You can see it real good in the back. It's bad. It's scratched up, all kind of crazy. So anyway, we're gonna, whoa. We gotta fix all the glass. As far as rust repair, we got some sheet metal. We're gonna butt into this. We'll butt into this and we'll fix all this stuff. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this part yet, but we are gonna fix it because it leaks when it rains and I can't have it sit inside all the time. So up front's not horrible. We don't have windshield wipers, so we need those. There's rust underneath here that we need to have fixed, or not have fixed, we're gonna fix it. So you can see all the rust underneath this trim, all under here. So we gotta replace all that sheet metal. Down here is another set of sheet metal we gotta repair. I ordered like the lower fender, but we're not gonna use the whole thing because I don't know that I'm gonna repaint this car, so I don't want to go crazy with the patch panels. I didn't order rocker panels, but I think we can make those ourselves. And I did order lower quarters, so Bel Air. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked with that. I called it a Bel Air in the last video and people just ate me alive. I know it's a 210. I understand it's a 210. All right. Okay, so if we can see in here, get my light again. So we got the lower quarters, we got some trim. So we're gonna patch those in, but I don't think I'm gonna use the whole quarter panel. I might just, I gotta look at it on the car, but I might just trim the bottom half off and use the bottom half. But we'll see. I don't really know because I don't want all that bare metal on the side here. Because if you look at it, this is solid all up until about right here. So if we just whacked this off, then I would only have a little bit of a patch panel along the bottom. And then as far as the fender goes, it's in there, but it's the same thing. It's a lower fender, so I think it's from like right here down, but we won't use all that. And I might not even use it at all because I think I can bend sheet metal with that. So, and then on the other side, I think it's pretty well the same. It needs lower quarters on this side, lower rockers, and this fender ain't as bad. but it definitely needs fender work. This side isn't as bad on the roof. Starting to bubble both sides on this, but we'll see. I'm not sure, but the guy had it all glued up and these pieces were actually flaking out. So I taped that. I had some rental properties that they busted the windows and I didn't want to replace the window until they moved out. So I bought this window tape and I just put that on here. It looks cool, but it's gonna fall apart. So I'm gonna have to do new windows on the side. I got the chrome piece that goes for this. Close this down. I got the stainless that goes here, but I'll have to repair this first. And like I said, I got the elbows. You can get a better look up here. It's pretty bad. There's some body filler on this side. Somebody did a wing dinger there and they had to repair it. Well, I don't know that I'm gonna do anything with it. The white on this, it's flaking off pretty good. So I'm gonna try to power wash it and maybe get all that off and see if we can't just go from there. And I think I'd rather have it bare metal than white. As far as the hood goes, it's not the original hood. I thought it was at first, but it's really not. It's two different colors. And I hate the hood pins. So instead of fixing this, I'm gonna look to see if I can find another hood. And if I can't, I'll just weld the holes shut, and we'll get a latch mechanism. I don't have that yet, so we'll get all that, and we'll just repair it. A lot of people hate the wheels and tires. I don't hate the wheels, but the tires are actually dry rotten, and this one you can see it's low. They leak, so it needs new tires. I knew that. And this front end, I'm gonna have to either get narrower tires or I'm gonna have to trim down this fender because it rubs like the dickens when you turn. I'm bouncing around, so forgive me, but I'm just thinking of things. The turn signals still don't work. I've never bothered to fix those. The steering wheel's coming apart, so I gotta fix that. But I think I'm just gonna replace the steering wheel with something a little different. I don't know. It's not that I don't like Summit, but everything on this car is from Summit, so I kind of want to back away from that just a little. So, but yeah, this is the car, if you guys didn't remember, and it needs some love. We're gonna do the timing today. It needs a new bumper. I think we got the timing buttoned up, but we're gonna take it for a ride and see what it does. But it's got this little push bar bumper. I did buy a bumper, and this is where you guys are gonna laugh at me. Not only did I buy one bumper, yep, hang on. I bought 3 bumpers. So the problem is I was on the old Facebook Marketplace, and one popped up. The lady had 2 California style bumpers where they're smooth, and then they had a stock original one. And I'm only really interested in the stock one. I don't know why, I just kind of want it to look original, but yet rough. And before you guys say rat rod, it's not. It's just like a preserved hot rod. To me, let me clear that up. To me, a rat rod is like, hey, I don't have a door handle. Let me use a wrench, a screwdriver. I'll just weld this right here. And to me, that's what a rat rod is. This is like a preserved hot rod. You know, I just kind of want it the way it is. And then whatever will be, will be. And then one day I can paint it if I come across the right situation. And speaking of painting, I mentioned another project. I didn't realize I mentioned it, or I showed it in one of the previous videos, and I guess I didn't mention it, and I've been getting a lot of emails. So my email, I guess, is on YouTube, and people found it, and I've been getting a lot of comments about a project that they seen in the background, or I talked about it, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's not for sale. And the car is a 1980 Ford Courier U-Haul mini mover. Some of you guys have heard about them. I guess they're pretty popular. But this one I bought back in 1997. I was 16 years old, and it was at an auction, and I bought it for, man, I don't even remember what I paid, but I was 16 years old, so it couldn't have been that much money. And I rocked this thing to high school, and it was just the funniest, cool thing. And it wasn't cool back in 97, just so we're all clear. It may have been cool today, you know, in 2024, it made a comeback, but in 1997, it was not cool. So I had this thing, and then I went off to the Air Force in 2000, and I parked it on my dad's farm, and I don't know when the last time it was running, 2000 or 2001, because my dad might have drove it around the property a little bit, but I know whenever I got out of the military, it definitely wasn't running. And then I've just kind of towed it around. It was in Illinois, it was in Texas, it was in, well, now Utah. So it's been everywhere, and it's kind of a lead weight, and I should sell it, but I don't think I'm gonna. But if it's something that interests that many people, if you guys want to see a 1980 Ford Courier U-Haul pickup truck, mini mover, little box truck, if you guys want to see them or that running and driving, let me know and I'll make a video on it. But that thing's been through heck and back because I've spray painted it. I mean, I've done all kind of crazy things when I was a kid trying to make it not look like a U-Haul. And I was tagged, or somebody, no, they emailed me a video of a fella, and he's got a couple of them. And it's funny because I got two of them. I got a U-Haul truck, and I got a half a U-Haul that I made into a trailer, and I used to drive them around, and it looked like a U-Haul pulling a U-Haul. It was a joke back in high school, but I have both of them still. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know and I'll do it. But anyway, back to the 57 Chevy Bel Air. Today, we're going to get the timing right, and we'll test drive that here in a little bit to make sure it's right. But we are going to lower the seats because I can't really drive it with the seats up like that. So let's take the seat out, we'll cut it down, we'll re-weld it, and then we'll put it back in, and then we'll take this thing for a drive. And a lot of the parts are outside in the mini mover actually, so I got some here in the trunk and out there in the mini mover, and that's kind of been like my storage unit for parts. That's where I kind of part collect everything. So maybe I'll show you that, I'm not sure, but if you Google it, a Ford Courier U-Haul mini mover, it should pop up. And a lot of you guys have probably seen that other guy's video because I think it has like a million views or something. I don't know, it's got a lot, I don't remember. But I don't want to copy off that fella either, but can't remember the name of the channel. But anyway, and it's funny because that guy, I have that blue and white International I'm doing a body swap on, and he has, man, I don't know if it's a blue International or a blue and white International that he did. So it's kind of funny. It's like, I don't know, my life is in parallel to a guy in Texas or wherever the heck he's from. I think it's Texas. Whatever, I'm getting sidetracked again. Anywho, let's take this seat apart. Oh my goodness gracious. Buying cars on the internet sight unseen is always, it's always a treat. And let me show you what I just found. This job just got a whole lot worse. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the undercarriage has been patched, and they didn't do a very good job. They did sheet metal screws, and they're missing, they didn't even hit the other sheet metal. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. We gotta fix that. Dang it. Yeah, the only reason I was really looking under there to see what these nuts were, or these bolts were holding on to, and they're not. There's nothing holding them. So, dang it. This is, I mean, I guess it makes this part easy. Oh, great. Now on this side, they use carriage bolts, so that's awesome. Nope. This one's not. Okay. So now on the one up here in the front, they use like one of those carriage bolts. So now I got to get under there and figure that out. I mean, yeah. What's not to love about that? Also, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the shifter cable. It's been melted by the exhaust. Awesome. We definitely got more work than we thought, boys. Let me get that bolt off. You know, you use a 1/2 inch for everything else, and here we're going to use like a 10 millimeter. Perfect. Huh. Guess it only had 2 holding it on. Okay, we're going to take 2 inches out of each side. So I'm going to cut the bottoms off first, and then I'll whack off the tops, and then I'll re-weld the bottom to there. All right, so we cut it down, and you guys will see this after I weld it all in, because I'm not going to have 2 time lapses, so I'll just put that all into 1 time lapse. But essentially, I cut 2 inches off, and the reason it's not sitting right is it wasn't level to begin with, because this isn't exactly flat. Now, as I'm sitting here cutting it, I was thinking about it, and all this is going to have to... Whoa, that was crazy. All this is going to have to be redone anyway, because the floor is jacked up. I'm not going to do all this work and have the floorboards nasty, so I'm going to order some replacement floorboards. So I'm going to have to redo this bracket anyway, so I'm only going to do the driver's side just so I can drive it in the meantime. So I'm just going to weld this up, and then we'll put the seat back in. But right now, it's lunchtime. Stupid magnet mounted thing. It's lunchtime, and we are going to go get some tacos from Del Taco, which is not the greatest taco in the world, but it's a cheap taco. And we're going to drive the 59. Everybody gave me stuff over that, too. They're like, that breaker bar on that 3 on the tree, man, you're going to ruin that transmission. Don't break. Don't break. Oh. Wait a minute now. I tell you what. All joking aside, after I put that breaker bar on that 3 on the tree, that sucker shifts so smooth. Oh my goodness, it's like butter. It's like a brand new car. And I sold the 35 Oldsmobile, so now the 59 is my daily driver, believe it or not. So, yeah, sometimes if it looks dumb and works, is it really dumb? I'm not sure. Woo, she's stuffy in here. Roll down that window. All right. Cold start. That's right. Oh, almost. Pump it twice. Uh-oh, battery's about to die. Let's put it in reverse. Okay, check this out. First, second, third. Oh man, we're in it to win it now, boys. She runs and drives good. Look at it. Let's downshift for fun. Second. Oh yeah. Downshift to first. Oh, just kidding. I'm just trying to get you guys mad at me now with the whole no synchros in the transmission deal. Uh-oh, we got somebody standing in the road. Everybody loves the 59. Everybody except for you guys. And once again, I know it's a Biscayne, but I call it an Impala. It's an Impala to me. I don't know. It's my car, I'll call it what I want. It identifies as an Impala. You know, high dollar dreams with a low budget. All right, look at this. See, this is what I was talking about before. It didn't have this. You couldn't go forward and back, and now I can. Back, down, first. See, sometimes all you guys need is a 5-foot breaker bar. Oh, that was reversed. That was my fault. That was my fault, internet. Wasn't the car. That was my fault. This is great. Now, this car has some issues too, like it spits oil out the exhaust. Yeah, that's bad rings or bad exhaust valve, one or the other. You know, some valve guides or rings. I'm sure the internet's going to tell me how I'm wrong on that too, but I like that truck. Oh, it's for sale. Do I need another truck? Do I need another truck? Nah. Anyway, Battery's about to die in the stupid GoPro as usual. So let's do one more shift. First, oh, yep, pull out in front of the Toyota, perfect. Second. Third, bingo! Ha-ha! Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good daily driver out of this bad boy. We are getting passed by everybody. This bad girl tops out at a mere 60 miles an hour. That's right. She's not a speed demon, but she's my demon. Oh, that's right. I feel like a president. I just got waving people. Hey, how you doing? How's your mom and them? All right. Changing plans, boys. Philly rolls are on sale. It's Wednesday. Woo-wee. All right, we're back from lunch. I tell you what, the more I think of it, if that wasn't an ADHD moment, I don't know what was. We're all of a sudden, we're cutting off the feet to this doggone seat rail, and I'm like, man, I want some lunch. And then I was like, man, I want some tacos. And then I was on my way to get tacos, and I'm like, screw it, it's Wednesday, I want to get some sushi. Even though I don't really like sushi, it's those Philly rolls. Dang, they're good. It's like a California roll, I guess. I don't know. Delicious. Anyway, let's get back at it. Let's tack weld that, see if it fits in. Don't have one, so I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store and get one, but we're gonna let that cool down and we'll put it in and see how it works. Not in the hole. That's what she said. All right, I don't know, stupid GoPro. I guess the camera shut off, so, but you can see it's a lot lower and I could sit in it pretty good. So let's see what we got to do with this. I want to take it for a drive, but let's see if the timing sounds better. It's been sitting a while, so let's start her back up. Okay, fire in the hole. Seems way better.